Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Stratford East Theatre. Thank you so much for being here tonight from wherever it is that you've travelled. This moment has been a really long time coming. We are here to mark and celebrate the release of Adam by our dear friend, brother, son, cousin, co-conspirator and inspiration, Gboyega Odubanjo. The selection of poems you will hear tonight, read by Tife Kusoro, Yomi Ṣode, and Gabriel Àkámọ, each artists in their own right and beloveds of Gboyega's, offer something of the journey that Adam travels across time and space. In this skillful, polyvocal work, no two poems are the same. Nothing is said twice, and all the while Gboyega's signature voice remains present. And yet, carefully selected as they are, these poems remain still only a fragment of what Adam, in the fullness of its entirety, contains. Only the book, the complete book, can offer that. In the curation of this gathering, we've sought to create something that the Gboyega we knew might have been proud to attend himself. As such, anyone who was there at the launch of Auntie Uncle Poems in 2021 will be happy to know that supermalt and plantain chips are once again being served for your refreshment. And though we miss him dearly, and our grief is long, our love is longer and more lasting. And though there may be tears, which are the overspill of our love, and therefore our welcome here, tonight was not composed of tearfulness. This is a joyful occasion, an outdooring, a welcoming for a book of such untethered, astounding intelligence, of phenomenal heart, of fiercely irreverent critique and singular humour and wit. There is a before and an after a work like Adam. Very few poets get to write such a book. Gboyega did exactly that, once and for all, and from today, we get to stand in the aftermath of its brilliance forever. I'm going to hand over to Tice. Thank you.
Hello. When the community comes together, it is like a hand on your back, gently there, unfelt. What do you need? I've got you. A promise that ripples silver. I've got you. Gboyega had an interdisciplinary quality that was pure jazz. What we will see this evening is an expression of that. Pure jazz. The world of Adam, from hall parties to shorts weather picnics, Adam as multitudes of one, the community of Adam, here to be known and experienced. Today we will hear, as Victoria said, from Tife Kusoro, Yomi Ṣode, and Gabriel Àkámọ reading poems from Adam. We will have visuals made with love by Kareem Parkins-Brown. We will have sound design from Rei Sky, with support from Joe Kinwu, Zest the BlaackHippy, and Dream Beach. We will hear Gboyega's voice. Labours of love together. With love here and always.
But before we begin, I'm really pleased to announce that we have Matthew Hollis present, and Matthew worked with Gboyega on the manuscript of Adam. And it's very rare to get an insight into what goes on editorially before a book reaches us, as it will be reaching us tonight and tomorrow officially. So I'm very pleased to welcome to the stage Matthew Hollis. Thank you.
I know a real one when I see one. So Gboyega wrote with characteristic precision in a draft typescript of Adam. I hope that, as then poetry editor at Faber and Faber, I too could tell a real one when I read one, and I moved to try and snap it up. June 2023, the hottest on record. My meetings then editorially with Gboyega were bathed in sunlight. We worked swiftly and with energy, as if solar charged, our batteries buzzing with Gboyega's good humour. He warmed the room in which we worked. A draft would come in from him. 2 weeks later, it would go out again from me, annotated. 2 weeks again, another draft would come in, revised. 2 weeks later, it would go out again, annotated. In between, we'd meet in or out of the office, or on screen, and go over it and go in it. Good poets are good listeners, and Gboyega was a great listener. He was also a decisive actor, and a mischievous one to boot. I learned that making editorial suggestions came with a sense of gladiatorial drama. Gboyega would politely consider each suggestion I made in turn, and then sit back, contemplatively, in his chair. A good suggestion would be met with the raising of his 2 thumbs. And sometimes with a cool, when he thought it particularly good. For those suggestions he didn't think so good, those same hands would rise to his chin and rub it slowly but surely, which each of us well knew on those hot June days to mean not cool. Not cool. That summer, I watched Gboyega unlock the doors to his typescript with an inspiration of a rare kind. Nothing in his body of work was ever inaccessible, but what he was now honing was how to find the most decisive angle through which to invite his readers to enter. Already it was clear that Gboyega knew how to be on both sides of a poem's portal at once, understanding how it could live in the daylight of its streets while not giving away the poem's need for nighttime secrets. The truth is that Gboyega didn't really need my help with his poetry. He just needed a hand in finding the angle that opened the gate a little wider to it. Comic, then, that in the middle of our work together, I had attempted to smuggle Gboyega into the gates of an exclusive publisher's summer party for the ferociously famous, with notoriously tight security at the door. I was to meet Gboyega outside and talk our way in. But my train was late, and by the time I pulled up, he was nowhere to be seen. Had he lost his nerve and gone home alone? Then he phoned. Hey, just to let you know that I was here early, so I walked right in. Do you need me to come out and get you in? And then he laughed like a lion. He was opening gates for himself. We were one draft or two from completion when disaster struck. It was at that moment that Gboyega's friends movingly stepped in. The writer and artist Tice, who you've heard from tonight, Victoria Adukwei, the poet, his agent Suresh, Ariadne helped to make the final decisions that would take the TypeScript over the line. It was a dedicated and loving team, tirelessly aided by Gboyega's beloved family and cherished friends. By then, Gboyega had built more than an assembly of poems. What he had built was a ship, primed for travelling. It just hadn't raised all its sails yet. The Adam he gave us is a profound meditation on loss, grief, confusion, pain, fury, and redress, and on the critical question of whether forgiveness is a service to all or simply an impossibility for some. It casts searchingly and doesn't promise easy, redemptive words in response, but it invites us to self-examine, to find our own place in atrocity, barbarity, racism, abuse, to own our own faults and to understand their unseen contribution. It is a truthful book in a time of lies. Within it, some lives go unsalvaged. It knows that poems alone will not change this, but it knows too that the ideas poetry generates can affect change. In that sense, it is a revolutionary work, which, if we listen, if we truly listen, is nothing less than a manifesto for a new kind of living. We too can affect change. A book is a blessing, and tonight is our chance to give this book our blessing. Adam stands here tonight for Gboyega as he would have wanted in the circumstance, and we can set it on its way. We can raise a breeze that will send it travelling unstoppably into the world. You've played a part, all right, already this evening, simply by being here, and you can do something even more. Take this book and buy it for someone who is not expecting it. And if you can't buy it, then tell somebody about it whom it might affect, because it is through you that the book will be carried. It is through all of us that its words will resound. We are its crew and its passengers, and we are certainly its messengers. It begins now, and from here it will travel everywhere. Front rooms and bedrooms and bookcases and bookshops and radio desks and television, online and beyond. From word to heard to heart. Adam.
Hello, bonjour. Hello, bonjour. It's us, eyebrows slitted in the archives, standing on the corner of here and there, living dead as we could ever, living like free of air and full of ways to breathe, dead like literally underwater, vibing pretty darkly, our shades still on, because this the night beneath the night, the life beneath the living, this the land where streets are paved with cousins, we so inherent in this matter, every man eating in every kitchen across the city, so cross-orbital, this the last day of summer, so we gather our uneaten yams and feed ourselves a liberty, we dress up as each other, we bear each other's names, someone says I knew your girl, asks if Bob's your uncle, no, your uncle's Adam, your mother Adam floating, your cousin Adam bleeding in the masquerade, and still there's more arrivals. They're greeted with cups of river and given a week to change their names to Adam. We phone our loved ones. We tell the pregnant we've been reading the book and might have found the perfect name. So what of tradition? This is not our country. This is not a country. It's a burnt CD and a track list we've written ourselves. On the 21st of September 2001, the torso of a young boy was discovered in the River Thames near Tower Bridge in central London. Dubbed Adam by police officers, the unidentified remains belonged to a black male around 4 to 7 years old who had been wearing orange girls' shorts. Adam's Law. From the 21st day of September 2001, every person born within the Agwa shall be a citizen. Any person who was a subject or alien, if he is of excellent character, has sufficient knowledge of one or two idiolects, shall become a happy man. State brigadiers shall have no responsibility thereof, for this world got start. Subject to the provisions, the underground Wahala, every person born within this geographical expression, infrastructural El Dorado, we all sing together, freely and sardonically and lugubriously, rare-tear-tear, we all sing, the teacher, schoolgirl, schoolboy. Let's get down in the cankerous tribalism. Who be teacher in the melodious saga, come gargantuan gaga. We all mishmash. Me and you know they for same category. The qualifications of citizenship therefore are, it is to be obtained by means of fraud. We to be compos mentis rare-tear-tear. Political hallelujah boys, and let us think, say, for the reference therein to the veritable boogaboo, the English language must be poo-pooed quod erat demonstrandum rare-tear-tear. Let's wallow in the bluest dye, conceal all material fact. Every person recognized in this interpose, this democracy, this demonstration of craze, this economic quagmire, this cataleptic, shall on this date.
Breaking. Looks like it will be a rainy week ahead. Thank you. Now the body of an unidentified boy aged between 4 and 7 was in the river for up to 10 days before a passerby noticed. African boy's stomach included extracts of calabar, bean and flecks of gold. Expert at Kew Gardens says headless. Limbless boy likely to be Nigerian. Growing number have spread throughout the world. Coming up, goat arrested for armed robbery. Prime Minister's response, breaking male torso. Boy 5 or 6 said to be somebody's son. Boy assigned most appropriate, acceptable name after long deliberation. Thought to have been in river 10 days. Appeal made to family of girls' shorts, boys, body walking man who spotted Adam to be offered counseling. Suspicious river boy behavior should be reported to authorities. In other news, most commonly understood as the objective form of Adam, or more simply the speaking voice prompting the reader / witness / man who first sees the body in the Thames to imagine Adam. Try go beyond the page / Thames and understand who Adam is. Adam, the most appropriate and acceptable name, not deriving from Adama, not of soil or dust but water. Adam, from dam or damnation, as in too much water or not enough. Adam, as in neither I nor you. Still always us man, never them man. Newly invented Adam, overrepresented as the generic Tosi, Digi and Wale ubiquitous human. Adam at the very center, neither of paradise nor of earth, neither dead nor living, but in fact actually found dead in the Thames and actually the first man to live. Now Adam emerges from the Thames pointing to his stomach, and because it is recognized in the scientific literature, Adam is what Adam eats. The stomach points to Benin City. Benin City, however, cannot point to Adam. Benin City knows only the actual boy, not anyone named Adam. Adam, still emerging from the Thames, thus finds not only a distance between himself and the reader / passerby as his body is lifted from the Thames / the Metropolitan Police who would name him and claim to be his family, but also a distance between himself and home. But Adam, emerged and still wet, has already moved on, however slightly, from the actual boy and is looking back from this distance, however minuscule, so that home is no longer so much home and the boy is no longer so much a boy. Oh, wondrous and insurpassable felicity of Adam, to whom it is granted to have and to be whatever. Adam now constitutes a unique authority, not consigned to limits of perspective nor to the limits of intimate or actual experience. Adam now sees the universality of Adam, everything of and for Adam. Adam needs no subordinate or other. Adam finds always another Adam in the Adam, another river in the river, another possession in what Adam possesses. All the things and all the beings implicated in Adam's being. Adam, waking up from the cold light of Adam, unable to see the woods for Adam. Because now emerging from the Thames after Adam comes every beast of the field and every bird of the air and every man on the block to see what Adam would call them. And Adam says, "You are now wet of my wet, the Adam of my Adam."
A potted history of East. In the beginning, it was a gush of us and we came from all over. Life was a bowl of cherries, one room and it was good. Kept the cardamom in the cupboard above the bagels. 6 pence I'd make on an alright day, then war came, took me and my brothers. The women built an estate for our ghosts. We manufactured Fords and drove them to the city gates demanding to be let in. Back then it was simple. Sure we weren't squeaky clean, but we were easy. Always punch up, we said. No point nicking some bloke's ped when the factory owner's balling in his four-door. But then a sweet one makes you settle down a bit. Landlord gets the ump, so you find another room. Store the polenta next to the cassava flour. Get the jobs where you can. Someone's left their lamb leg in the pub again. This not where Eden is, not where the sun rises. Developers calling it Barcelona on Thames now. Councils say Dagenham Leo is alive and well. It's cold as stale chips, but the ice cream van is still going off and we're laughing. We never unpacked, been hoarding before it was popular. So far east, it's west to another man. No bells here, still we move, almost back where we left now. London is the place for me. Cool as a lord, I landed in the mother. Blitzed and tipsy on the foreign extra. Brought the pot to boiling and I melted. Said every man come with because London is the place for me. London is the place to be. Cruising and reclining in old Albion. Trafficating through the big city. Everything copacetic, everything the expensivest. Everything luxury, everything on credit. Everything high life, everything lovely. Everything a double, everything London. Now be the place for me. Where I they chop money, I they chop corn. London now be the place. On a tour de Blighty, where here the gist is. I wake the sun, the water drinks me. London is a bit of me. London is the place for me.
Easy. Are we here? Are we here? Shorts weather. Man went park. This day hot as feast, Adam'd himself. Took 2 ribs and belly skin, lick tuned and stretched them tight as sticks and drums. It was good like scrunch your face, this shame. People come with coin, with ooh-la-las. Say good. Say good. Say good. Say wonderful good. Now give us hip, want neck, want nyash. Fat from back of head that folds. Want crook of view, the sex stills it in. Behind the knee where the hand fits, so fingered gum, flab of ear, damped crease, damn. Sure, it's music there. Function. Just a little spot we had, and it was our world. Top-notch residents we were. Never did a madness. Didn't once bowl in lathered and piss in potpourri. Sure, we enjoyed when the barman came out from under the bed, and then the McCoys were on the house, pennies in the jukebox. Last entry at 2, and then they locked us in. Or did we lock ourselves in? Everyone clapping, the children picking money off the ground, putting it in black bags for the celebrants. Elders putting up flags because they said we couldn't paint the walls, breaking clocks. When they said we had 15 minutes to let in the halls, we saw smoke, realized it was lit. Was nang, was heavy, was bad, was sick. The roof on fire, water wasted on the drunk blues, and twos roused and wooing 1,000 soldiers at the door, looking for their bit of slap and tickle. Mothers jumping out of windows, backs breaking in the dance. No doctors in the room. doctors in the room. They, Adam, wake up, vomiting cowries into their hands like some child dead bird, pretending to feed, except this is one of those pleasant thousands you hear about and hear. They come up with warm cups of afternoon like they are hope. You are proud, the A-roads are soaked, your trousers are in the wash. But it is good, as there are actual birds in their units feeding, and traditional, besides the city, is hanging up to dry. They're content simply to flow. No ancestry other than a spill of them, one squiffy fatberg, whole and messy in their effluvia. He tried to test me with that line, you know. Yeah, you're cracking jokes. Safe. Effluvia. The swig of their backwash and the taste of the last night's tonic on them, they forecasting spit hands, reaching for their refusal to be something sliding out of plentiful, that first glass of tap that they all claimed contaminated.
Then God said, let me make man in my image, man in my likeness, man like me, man like light and man like dark. Let man yam and chop whatever. Be good, God said. Give man arm to skank, leg to shake, tongue and chest to speak with. Give man cash to spray. Put man's face on it. Give man sea and sky and trees, and zone 1 to 6 on the oyster so man can see it. Now man said, raw. Swear down. Man said, show me.
The many Adams of Adam. You were a boy, I was a boy. You came from Benin City. My dad would drive me to school in the mornings. You were taken to Hamburg, then London. I went to New York once. I remember it like it was yesterday. By the time you arrived in London, the leaves were already browning, the Thames coming up to its last blue days. New York was nice. They had their own river. I got told not to throw things in it because I didn't know where it could end up. You didn't know where you would end up. Did your favorite river look better or worse in summer? I wish I'd gotten close enough to touch it. Did you ever swim in it? Or maybe float? Genesis. And on the second day, nothing. And on the third day, nothing. And on the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, seventh, nothing. Because Adam already was.
He gave me a key to the city. I've just gone and made copies, given one to my bedroom, his bedroom. In the beginning, he said, man in my likeness, in my image, man like me, you know. He said, in the name of my man and my man, let man dry hump on the riverbed if he's got nowhere else to go and the mood is agreeable. Don't worry, we'll change the sheets when we're done, we'll air out the firmament. He said, give man sea and sky, so if every cloud has a silver chain around its neck, we'll be having that too. He said, let man fix the sun to his incisors if it shines right.
To the High Commissioner. I'm gagging to live, but forgetting how to do so with the required spite. I trust you've received my letters. When will it be my turn to inflict the generational trauma? The ideas I have. In every room, another war to kiss, the baby to condemn. I'm too late. On my behalf, please let everyone know that I won't be parting with any money. I don't care whose around it is or whose round it is. No applications are currently being accepted. This is the sweet spot. Besides, London is finished. Zip up the river. We've outsourced the dying. There are enough curses on my name that no one needs ever to get close enough to hurt me. Tell everyone that there's no point in having children because we have already struck bronze and life isn't half as good if everyone gets one.
Should you return, just be sending the money and the land will be here waiting for you. The price the builder gave you is not a serious price unless you don't want joy. If you don't like the way the sun shines in the morning, we can bring you a new one. The local guys will say you should pay tax, but we can sort that one out. You want everything included, school, hospital, transport, we can build. There's nothing like government policeman, not day for center, everything we can do. If anyone should try to rob you, believe me, the smoke will clear before you hear sound. If you want the house to be a cure, a meal, an ocean, we can manage. If there is space for you, your children, their concubines, their ghosts. When you are coming, let us know. The diesel will be in the generator. The Guinness will be cooking. The family you don't know, they will come and eat. And only when they are full will they remember that the rain has finished.
Ìsọmọlórúkọ Àkàndé Ìgbókọ̀yí Béjídé Àmọ̀kẹ́ Ọláìdé Àbíkú Yétúndé Babátúndé Kòkúmọ́ Ọmọtáǹwá Ọmọbọ̀wálé Ọmọdílé Dúró Orúkọ tán Kò sọ́kọ́ Dúró jayé Dúró sinmi Akonji, Ejiwumi, Omoniton, firstborn, the one who the forest rejected, the one that comes with rain, loving stroke, wealth rolled in, one who dies and dies again. The mother has returned, the father has returned. Do not die again. The child we searched for, the child who returned home, the child who became the home. Wait. All the names have been exhausted. There's nothing left to dig a grave. Wait and enjoy life. Wait and bury me. Your touch is life. Your gapped teeth please me. The story is yours.
Man, no manners, always manic in the manner where man and man demand dismantling, mandatory unmanning. There's too many man, too many. Remand the policeman, taxman, informants, got the hanged man on pager. Understand that it's us man and it's them man. And when I say us man, I proper mean all of us. Man's adamant about semantics, bildungs of man, not of months. Go mano with the bad man, the manish. Winner takes mansion and Manila. But if man know you, then it's just man them in it. Come near manor at the mangrove, we the menace and the manager, singing mantra till the morning come. In the name of my man and my man, somebody say amen. If man know you, then it's just man them in it. Come near manor at the mangrove, we the menace and the manager, singing mantra till the morning come. In the name of my man and my man and my man, somebody say amen.